Yo. Hey Google, mute the TV. All right. I forget I had the connection to actually mute the TV. Remember what I told you about this apple cider? Apple cider vinegar. You put a little bit in the cup, boom. Get a little shot of that in the morning, you be straight. But okay, I know what you're thinking. Why Lakers and Celtics? Besides the fact that it's a historic battle, this game is pretty much a blowout. And the chances of them turning it around in this fourth quarter is possible, but highly unlikely, which is another problem with basketball because basketball itself, if the game feels like a blowout, then it gets boring. And it's only fun to the people that's actually a fanboy of the team or a fanboy of the basketball player. So you tend to even lose more interest in the actual game of basketball. I know when I talk basketball lately, it sounded like doom and gloom, but that's because the product is still deflated. Now, this game is not much of an entertaining game, but I guess it's just something to cover. But this is something to answer the question: are the Lakers a title contender, not just in the Western Conference, but in the NBA overall? Is the Lakers a team that you could see winning the championship? I could see it for the simple fact injuries happen. All they have to do is catch hot. They got the roster. They got 3-point shooting. They got defense. Now one of their best players on the team may be a little bit long in the tooth, right? But nevertheless, they are a title contending team. And it looked like they're coming back to that title contending form. Here they are up by 18 on a team, not just any team in the NBA, team that won the championship. This is the defending champions of the NBA. This is the cream of the crop. This is the best the NBA has to offer until somebody beats them. This is the best team in the NBA. And the Lakers are beating them mildly convincingly, right? Having their way with this Boston Celtic team. And also, I want to talk about a guy that I'm going to touch on probably tomorrow. His name is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. A lot of people are saying that this kid is the reincarnation of Kobe Bryant. Okay, the entertainment level ain't there to compare him to Kobe Bryant, but he did have 54 yesterday, I believe yesterday or the day before yesterday, one of those days. And when he dropped that 54, I think it was yesterday. This kid is the running MVP of the league. I hope they don't cheat him out of his reward. Okay, he's number one in scoring, number one in free throws, number one in some analytic points, win shares, and all this other stuff. He's having a lights out year on a scoring tip. He's playing great defense this year. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been nothing shy of great this regular season. He is the reigning MVP. There's no other basketball player that deserved to be MVP other than Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Now, if you give it to the Joker, I don't care how much MVPs the Joker get. This would be a robbery. I don't care how much triple doubles the Joker get. This would be a robbery. We're not going to give the Joker a reward for playing the same way every single year. Do something different, okay? Stop filling up the stat sheet, something you do every single year, right? You're going to have to do a little more than just fill up the stat sheet. So, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is the reigning MVP. He got robbed last year, and this year he better not get robbed. There's no basketball player more worthy of the MVP than Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Do not rob that man and give that award to the Joker. You better not give that award to the Joker because it's debatable that the Joker even deserved to have more than one. One year, Embiid deserved to have it, and he got robbed. Whether you like it or not. And I feel like the league is going to give Shai Gilgeous-Alexander the MVP because they think he got robbed. I mean, it's usually the guy like that deserved it last year. He ends up getting it the next year. And the only problem with that is sometimes he don't deserve it for the very next year. The year that you're supposed to give it to him, that's the year you should have gave it to him, not the very next year. You did the same thing for Dirk. You did the same thing for Kobe. You always give them the MVP the next year when they deserved it the following year or the year before. Right? But I'm going to touch on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Kobe Bryant tomorrow. Zach, what up? Wow, is that palm trees in your background? Okay, brother. Are you in the state of California? Oh, that's right. You're in Florida. So, of course, you're gonna have palm trees. I was gonna say either you in Miami, or just Florida, California, or Hawaii. That's the 3 places you could go where they got palm trees and beaches. Palm trees, beaches, and bitches. The main 3 places for that type of stuff, that type of energy. Okay, but yeah, the NBA better not rip him off, you know. And whoo, it's crazy. It really is crazy. How that he doesn't even get talked about that much. I think it's because of his entertainment factor. You know, a lot of people look at Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and they think he's boring. I mean, he may not be the most flashiest basketball player, but he works out in the gym all day, every day. He wants to be the best player on the floor. These are his words. He said every time he played basketball, he wanted to be the best, you know. Wow. Tim Duncan level boring. But he gets the job done. So he may end up being Tim Duncan level boring, but he'll have these rings to back it up. I ain't mad at him. But yeah, Zach, I understand if you say the guy's boring. I mean, you wouldn't be lying. You know, a lot of people definitely look at, and that's the problem with some NBA because they have to look at the past. Did you notice that the NBA talks more about past players than current players? And when they're talking about current players, they're comparing Anthony Edwards to Jordan. Now they're doing Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to Kobe Bryant. They got no other choice but to compare it to players of the past because these young bucks, a lot of people just not interested in. And a lot of people find these players boring. I like Anthony Edwards. I think he's entertaining, but he's entertainment on any given night, meaning that he slacks off. He 100% slacks off. He does not bring it every night. One game he'll have 41. The next game he have just a basic 20 points. Then he'll have a game 36. Then the next game he have 15. Very inconsistent. And to me, that's not top level entertainment. You need to have more dominant, consistent games than just the games that you see. I think the NBA really needs another Kobe Bryant, another LeBron James, another Michael Jordan. They need a new face of the league. They need a new star that new to a team, put up good stats every night, fun to watch, get new headlines, and you can start comparing him to Michael Jordan, right? Because the next player that's the generational player of the decade, he's going to get compared to Mike. And it's going to be the age-old question, is he better than Michael Jordan? And that's going to be the new thing. All these guys seem to keep failing that try to go up against Mike. They never could win over the majority of people. But I think the next guy probably be able to do it for several reasons. All right. Here's one of the reasons. I think the next guy, the next big star, okay, generational talent, you know, that's going to be here. I think he's going to have a complete new audience, and this new audience is going to have no recollection of Michael Jordan. All right, because LeBron's audience still has recollection of Michael Jordan. Kobe still recollection of Michael Jordan. I believe the next player that comes up is going to have no recollection, no ties to Michael Jordan with his generation, to a point that's going to be easier for him to jump the hurdle a little bit, right? So when he gets compared to Mike, one thing he's going to have to do is be dominant. The second is he's going to have to win. He has to win consistently, not like a long stretch period of time when he wins some, he lose some. He can't do what LeBron do, because LeBron lose too much to surpass Mike. He don't have a history or a time frame where he has won a three-peat or he has a dynasty. He don't have these things. LeBron will lose 1 year, then lose, then win the next, then lose 5 years, then win again. He's just not dominant enough. Okay, he's good at glorifying stats, but he don't win enough. And if you can't beat Mike if you don't win enough, you got to win enough. You know. Yeah, the Lakers are kicking the Celtics to the curb. Just begs the question: are the Lakers back in the driver's seat for being a title contending basketball team? Right? I believe they're number 6. They're number 5 or 6 in the Western Conference, right? If I'm not mistaken. So they're having a great season. They're definitely having a better season than they had last year. They have a steal in a draft pick, number 18 draft pick. That was a steal. The guy should have been drafted higher, but they got him, right? But you got these young players, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He can't be the face of the league because he's too boring and not exciting enough. But boy, is he talented. He is talented. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is talented. Right? He's on the right team too, because he's on the team that don't have that much history, that didn't win a championship, and he could build that team up from scratch. Oh, I never heard of it. I didn't even know he rapped. You know, I'm actually listening to real rappers. I am paying attention to the Jim Jones Cameron beef. I'm listening to Joey Badass. Joey Badass is dropping some heat. I think Joey Badass and Jim Jones is going to probably have an album of the year so far. They're the ones that catch my attention the most with good hits. Jim Jones got a lot of good singles. Shit Still Up in Harlem is a great song. That make you think that you actually from Harlem. So if you listen to hip hop, you need to check out Jim Jones, Still in Harlem. Right? Great song. You need to check that out on a different tip outside of sports. But who else you got? You got Giannis. But Giannis is a little bit inconsistent too. He get hot, then he disappear. Get hot, disappear. Just simple. Yeah, New York seemed to want smoke with everybody, especially in hip hop. You know, Joey Badass called out the whole West Coast, but he's the wrong guy to do it because he don't got enough support. But Joey Badass is a credible talent. He could rap, and I do think he's a little bit off his rocker by comparing him to Nas. He said he's the next Nas. No. Well, Boston is using the 3-ball to try to bail them out because they're tired. Not because they're tired, because they're lazy. The 3-ball is the most laziest shot in the NBA. Teams use it just to bail themselves out. You don't have to play much defense. You just give a guy a 3. If he get hot, he get hot. But yeah. Now, a win's a win, you know. But it is what it is. Absol is better than Joey Badass. Well, Absol got a good songs too. You know, he got some new fire too. I think he came out with an album the last of 2024. So like the last month of 2024. A lot of people didn't catch on to it. He's more underrated. He makes better music than Joey Badass, but he's not a better rapper. I think Joey Badass is a better rapper. But Absol is a better song maker, better hit maker. He could put a song together better than Joey Badass. Yeah, Hibbert was fired. Yeah, but I think that was like 2 years ago, so he hasn't dropped that much heat since then. Okay, but the question still lingers, G Money. Do you consider LA a title contending team, or do you think LA is another team that's fool's gold? He said, "No, I do not." Okay, that answers that one. you know, but I can't help it but to sit there and say I don't consider Houston Rockets real title contenders, but they're the second seed. That's crazy. Houston Rockets is the second seed. That's crazy. Okay. I think Houston, if the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Houston Rockets don't show up in the postseason, it's going to be another example of why you can't take these teams serious in the regular season. A lot of fool's gold, a lot of teams that winning games, blinding you, making you think that they're good, better than what they are, when they're really worse than what they look like. Yeah, a lot of artists need to drop an album. You know, it seems like a lot of the older artists are coming back. You know, but Zach, if you want to hear some good hip hop, listen to the Joey Badass album when it drops. Listen to the Jim Jones album when it drops. I know you heard the song "Shit's Still Up in Harlem." New York is coming back in the big way, because down south had hip hop on lock for a very long time. So it was good to see that New York is actually coming back. What I don't like is there's no unity in New York, and artists are still fighting with each other, which I think is incredibly stupid. Really stupid. Dumb and stupid. We need to stop fighting amongst each other. Because once we leave New York, it's New York against the world, as far as I'm concerned. I want my New York artists to unite and make some good music. We make much better music when we're not fighting amongst each other and arguing over stupidness. You know, don't mean to turn this into a hip hop podcast. I mean, I could do that on Just Prince TV. You know, so let me stop with the hip hop talk. But hip hop is a dead art. I leave it at that. The fact that you have to talk about the past just to talk about hip hop says a lot. It really does says a lot. You know, 7 minutes to go. Can the Celtics make a comeback? Yes, but I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. Yeah. But as we wind the clock down to this NBA season, All-Star break is just around the corner. Barring no injuries, I was saying Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is your MVP of the league. Flat out. I don't care what stats the Joker got. You can take those stats and shove them up your ass, because stats are always, to a point, overrated a lot, especially in today's league. Okay? Simple. All these inflated stats is just stupid, right? But I noticed a lot of talk. I watched NBA media. I watched sports media. People not talking about LeBron being the GOAT no more. That is dead. The NBA has moved on from LeBron James. Man, Scottie Pippen need to be drug tested. He really do. The guy lies every single time he gets on camera. And you could tell he's lying because he's spurking. But I ether Scottie Pippen with his own words. I took all the words he said from day by day and show you how much this guy flip-flops. 1 minute, Jordan is the greatest basketball player. The next minute, oh, you know what? I think it's probably LeBron and Jordan. Then it's, oh, LeBron don't deserve to be mentioned in the same breath as Jordan. Then it's, you know what? I'm Scottie Pippen. I'm better than both of them. None of them are GOATs. Then it's Magic Johnson is the GOAT. This man just said Magic Johnson is more of the GOAT than LeBron and Jordan. Yeah, I know. Hey, but Z, can you blame him? If a man spatched your wife and you know him, and he was, even if his son did it, that's something that I would never see those two as friends again. Jordan and Scottie Pippen would never be friends again. They would never be friends again. That is personal. That is personal. That woman had kids by Scottie Pippen. Right? Doesn't matter if that's his ex-wife, whatever. There's some lines you just don't cross. And nah. You know, and to fairness, Michael Jordan disapproved of that relationship. Michael Jordan said that girl was for the streets. She was a hoe. You know, he didn't approve of her at all. He know Michael Jordan knows she was a hoe. For all you know, Michael Jordan probably spatched that too. You know. You know. Yeah, G Money is smart on that. You know, he just ignores all the craziness. But Scottie Pippen needs help. He needs counseling. He needs help. Right? You're just simple as that. You know, he's spurking. Michael never took me out to a dinner. Me and Michael never hung out outside of basketball. You're a grown-ass man. Why are you worried about if Michael Jordan hung out with you a lot? In the same vein, you just said Michael Jordan did his job as a teammate. So that means Michael Jordan was a leader. You said Michael Jordan came to work and did his job. Right? It doesn't matter if you have a relationship with him outside of basketball. His job was to make sure you perform at your highest level on the fucking basketball court. And he got everything he got out of you. He made you work just as hard as he does. In the same vein, you just said there's no man on the face of this planet that is more competitive than Michael Jordan. He wanted to beat you at everything. You said that not yesterday, okay? Not 2 years ago, not a year ago. You said that most recently right now. And everybody that talks about Michael Jordan says the same thing about the guy. He's the most competitive guy that you ever going to meet. There's no guy that behaves like that. Very few men that behave like that want to win at everything. And some of that competitiveness, toughness that Mike had rubbed off on you. That is true. That is 100% true. That is true. That is true. I don't mind Scottie Pippen saying, oh, I think I'm the best player. You're supposed to think you're the best player. But keep that same energy while you was playing. You never said that for none of the years that you was playing basketball. You only say that now because you have books to sell and you're broke. In same vein, you just said, I'd rather have $1 million, Carmelo Anthony style, than win championships. That is a guy that's not competitive. Because if you ask Michael Jordan that same question, he would say he won the championships. Mike won his money, of course, but he would never take money over winning championships. He'll find another way to make money. That alone is what separates Michael Jordan from you, Scottie Pippen. That simple thing alone is what separates Mike from you. Period. And you lucky Mike didn't play with another superstar. Because if Mike played with another superstar, he would have been winning championships in the 80s. In the 80s. Jordan would have got 1 or 2 championships in the 80s if he had another superstar by his side. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I mean that's just stupid. You know, there's actually some people out there. There's some people out there that actually try to compare like role players and superstars. You're comparing apples and oranges. Let's Scottie Pippen, you need help. You really do need help, bro. And as a basketball fan, I don't want to see nothing happen to you. All right. But you need help. Mentally, you're not there. And it's getting to a point where something's wrong, you know. No, I understand he got a lot of personal issues, but these are decisions that you made. You decided to marry a girl that was for the streets. That girl was a hoe from the day you met her. If you didn't know that, that's your problem. It's your responsibility as a man to make sure that you marry the right girl and that she's loyal to you. You made the decision to get ripped off with your contract when Michael Jordan and everybody else was telling you, don't accept these bullshit contracts that Jerry Krause is giving you. Oh, no, LeBron's definitely a top 10 player of all time, period. Without question. That's not even up for debate. Right? You need help. You need help, Scottie Pippen. You really do need help. You know, come on, bro. Come on. What are we doing? You know, you saying that if you teamed up with Dominique Wilkins, you have 6 championships. Come on, man. Just stop it. Just stop it. You had your chance to be a franchise player. You failed. You never would. When people tried to make you a number one option, you didn't want it. You didn't even want the responsibility of being a number one option. You begged Michael Jordan to come back. Tony Kukoc had to save the Bulls and hit game-winning shots. You didn't want to take game-winning shots. You said yourself you don't want the pressure of being a franchise player. You never was built to be a franchise player. It's just something that's not in your DNA. You were made to be a second fiddle basketball player, which is okay. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure he has some insider info on Mike. But you notice everything he say about Mike is what we always say about Mike. Oh, what you gonna tell the world? Michael Jordan was an asshole. He was mean. He was tough. He was not the nicest guy in the world. He was super competitive. Tell us something we don't know. You and everybody else in the whole world knows Michael Jordan was super competitive. The only guy that's just as competitive as him was Kobe Bryant. And you could make a case Kobe Bryant was just more nasty as Michael Jordan. Because Kobe Bryant was doing things on national TV that Jordan would never do. Kobe Bryant was cursing, talking bad about people on national TV. Jordan never did that on national TV. He'd do it behind closed doors when the camera is off. But Kobe would be like, that guy's a piece of shit. I don't want to play with him. You get him off my team. You know, he sucks. Who fucking cares? That was Kobe. You know? Now, granted, Kobe played in an era when you was allowed to curse more. Now, I think if Michael Jordan was playing in the 2000s more, he would have been able to curse. And then you would get to see the real Mike cursing. Because he had to not curse. You know. That was before the NBA entered the Attitude Era. It's like WWE. Remember when Stone Cold Steve Austin came? He started cursing. And then that made it okay for guys in that profession to start cursing. But in the 80s and 90s, guys never cursed until Stone Cold came around in the late 90s. Yeah, Lakers did not break a sweat tonight. That's cool. Yeah, Magic Johnson would have a hard time guarding Kobe Bryant. I mean, a lot of people would. It's Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant is one of the most skilled basketball players of all time. He's right up there with Mike. You know, the only difference is Michael Jordan was completely original. There was no player that played like Michael Jordan before Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was the trendsetter. Then everybody else copied his style. That's the difference. You can never tell me a guy from the past played like Mike. You can't look at Oscar Robertson. You can't look at Jerry West. You can't even look at Dr. J, because there's no comparison to Dr. J's game to Jordan. They don't get. Jordan was the first of his kind. There was nobody playing like that. You know, the acrobatics, the fadeaway jump shots, the palming the ball in the hand and doing the tricks. He was a class of his own. He was completely unique and different. Something about Michael Jordan just stood out and was just different. Simple. He gave birth to all the players that you see now, the Kobe Bryants, the Kawhi Leonards, the Anthony Edwards, the Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. They're all in the same vein of Jordan. They all get something from Michael Jordan. I call them Jordan proteges. You know. Holy shit, wait, what happened to the Bucks? The Bucks have no picks up until 2031. Yeah, the Bucks are fucking stuck between a rock and a hard place. Yeah. It is what it is. No, but basketball fans, it's time we stop taking Scottie Pippen seriously. Don't even take Scottie Pippen serious no more. He is completely banned from talking basketball. The man has no true opinions. How could you trust somebody that flip-flops one day to the next? You can't trust somebody that don't even believe in their own words. They have no courage in their own convictions. I'm a YouTuber. If I say one thing one day, then the next something completely different the next day, you're going to look at me and be like, hold on. You didn't say that the day before. You're flip-flopping. You don't have no true opinions. You're just taking points from everybody else. That automatically would disqualify me as a YouTuber if I don't have courage in my own convictions. Correct? What makes any YouTuber stand out, whatever platform they're talking about, is the fact that they actually believe and stand for something. They have a criteria to something. You don't have to agree with everything I say, but you can always know that it's coming from based off the criteria that I give to you, and I explain it to you. You can never say that about me. Missed that, yeah. He had no courage in his convictions. That's why he quit. And he wasn't doing it for the love of sports. He was just looking for quick views, and he was looking to be monetized. This is why he was dissing a lot of other YouTubers. He did anything for clout. I know he wasn't going to last too long on YouTube anyway, because he just had no passion for basketball. All he cared about was views. That is true. Facts are always there to present itself. If I say the Lakers wear a purple and gold jersey or purple and yellow jersey, that's a fact. Yeah, there's no sitting there. I'm not going to sit there and argue with somebody that telling me that's not purple on that jersey. It's a fact. You know? But some YouTubers do that. They start arguments. They want debates. They're looking for clout. They're looking for smoke, all just to get their platform attention. But they're not going to last long because they realize they can't get it the hard way, and they can't really get people's attention without talking about somebody else. Try doing what I do and not badmouth somebody. Have courage and conviction in your own words. Have a little criteria. That would make you stand out. But I mean, it is what it is. Shout out to that brother. No disrespect to him, but I know he wasn't going to last long. He tried to use me as a prompt to prompt beef, but I never gave him the time and the attention for beef. That is facts, G Money. That is facts. So that's one of the reasons why I respect G Money as a sports person. He just calls it how it is. It's just simple as that. You know? Yeah. All the name calling somebody name out for clout. You probably don't even know the guy. You probably actually like the guy. But if he has a following, let me disrespect this guy and talk about him. People have done hit pieces on me looking for attention, but I don't respond back to them because that's giving them attention. Why would I help somebody else get attention? You're going to have to earn it the hard way. It's not my job to make people like you on YouTube. It drives me to drink. Yes, I agree with that. That is true. It's absolutely true. Tomorrow is Friday, by the way, guys. The NFL is coming out soon. We got the last four quarterbacks I want to talk about. You know, Josh Allen, Pat Mahomes, Jay Daniels, and of course, Hurts. From 1 to 4, what is the best quarterback left in the NFL? There's 4 teams in the NFL. What is the best quarterback from 1 to 4 going into these last 2 games that's going to lead into the Super Bowl? I want to talk about that. I'm going to do that some other time, though. Hold on. I want to say also, shout out to G Money, Zach, Chi-Town, and everybody else. Appreciate you guys. And we out. Peace. No, he's not going to the Super Bowl. He get no Super Bowl props over here. It's Eagles all day, every day.